We find that clients appreciate the inclusion of quite detailed notes sprinkled in and around landscape plans. Here's a design for the rehabilitation of a rear garden, and we're in model space here. We could move to layout space, but inside here is a floating viewport there. So the majority of what we see in layout space is derived from information placed in model space. These notes sprinkled in and around the design often summarize the designer's thinking while the project develops, can certainly help the clients. You can add text notes in a variety of ways. You can use single-line text, multi-line, or even custom leaders. We do think it's a good idea to develop custom text styles, maybe using a font that gives the appearance of handwriting, and then carefully test the effect of that by generating a test PDF. So let's look at format and text styles, and you can see the style arc. The text style called arc style, named after the font, is the current one, and there are 65 references to it, so it's been used liberally through the drawing. So if we just select any one of these and look in the properties box, the style is arc style. The lines that we've got control over, line type, spacing, and we can use the handles on the end of the M text window to change width and so on, and that change will be reflected in the properties box. Well, let's just run a test print to see, and we'll do it on the size sheet that we're intending to give to the client, and that is an A1 sheet. So here's our A1 sheet at 1:50. There's a floating viewport there with a view scale of 1:50, and it's set as a fixed scale, and we'll say File and Print, although before we do that we should turn line weight on. So we'll try again, File and Print, and we don't want to, no we don't, we want to go File and Save as PDF because it's much quicker. We'll plot in a window at high resolution. Just as a quick check, we could go to maximum later, but that will do nicely. First corner, we'll go outside of the border of the design and in, and we'll just do a test one. I've already made one, so we'll overwrite it. And the main thing is just to zoom in and see what our text looks like. And I'm quite happy with that. It's copious notes and in a hand-lettered style, so the client is going to be relatively well informed of our intentions behind this rehabilitation. So I hope that helps. So we've selected and tested that handwritten CAD font here. If we grab a whole pile of those and go across to style here and change from arc style to say something like Arial narrow, then the spacing may be wrong, the height might be wrong, so it's much better, and you can see the effect here if I zoom in. It is much better to test and then settle on your font and spacing and then stick to it rather than decide to change, say, at this late stage of the game.